Hi everyone! Welcome to this week's lesson. We'll be learning about justice. Let's start with some songs and prayers.
I am, oh my God, but a tiny seed, which thou hast sown in the soil of thy love, and caused to spring forth by the hands of thy bounty. I am, oh my God, but a tiny seed. I am, oh my God, but a tiny seed, which thou hast sown in the soil of thy love, and caused to spring forth by the hands of thy bounty. I am, oh my God, but a tiny seed.
Next, we'll learn a quote about justice.
Hi everybody! Okay, so today we're going to be talking about justice. God loves justice. It makes him very, very happy when he sees us treating other people with justice and fairness. We must respect the rights of every human being and make sure we do not take away from anyone what they deserve. In order to help us to remember to be just, let's memorize this quote. Tread ye the path of justice, for this verily is the straight path. In order to help us understand this quote a little bit better, I'm going to give you guys some examples for each of the new words. So first, the word tread. Many leaves have fallen from the trees in the forest, covering the path. Fumiko walks through the forest. She treads the leaf-covered path. Pedro likes to help all his friends play happily together. Pedro and his friends are very unified. Pedro treads the path of unity. So we can understand from these two examples that treads can either mean to walk or to follow a certain direction or path. The next word is path. Louis has a donkey. He took it to graze in a meadow and left it alone. The donkey found the path home by itself. There are two ways to go to school. Millie always likes to take the path that goes by her grandmother's house. So we can understand that the word path probably means a trail or a way to go, a way to walk, a certain direction. And the last word is justice. Carlos was given crayons to hand out during class. There were 10 crayons and 5 children. Carlos gave 2 crayons to each child. Carlos acted with justice in handing out the crayons. The second example is, Anna has lots of water in the well in her yard, but sometimes her neighbor's well runs dry. Anna never allows this neighbor to suffer and always makes her feel welcome to take water. Anna loves justice. So from these two examples, we can understand that justice means many things like loving, sharing, and making sure that we treat everyone the same and everyone fairly and kindly. Next, we're going to try and memorize the quote that I read to you guys at the beginning, which is, again, "Tread ye the path of justice, for this verily is the straight path." And when we're saying this quote, this is basically a metaphor. So when it's saying tread the path of justice, it doesn't mean an actual road, a dirt path. It means go in the direction of justice and always try to go towards justice. And even if you make a mistake, that's okay. You can try and keep walking in the direction of justice. So to memorize this quote, I'm going to say it 3 times slowly, and then you can try and say it with me each time. And hopefully you'll be able to remember it because it's a pretty short quote. But if you forget, that's okay. You can just go back and watch again. Okay, I'm going to read it 3 times. Tread ye the path of justice, for this verily is the straight path. Tread ye the path of justice, for this verily is the straight path. Tread ye the path of justice, for this verily is the straight path. All right, thank you.
Finally, let's hear a story of Abdu'l-Baha showing justice.
Hey, how are you guys doing? Today I'm going to tell you a story about Abdu'l-Baha. Now, once upon a time, Abdu'l-Baha was traveling from Haifa to Akka. And back then, they didn't have buses or cars, so usually they had to go sometimes by horse or something. And Abdu'l-Baha decided to get into a coach, and a coach is something that is very crowded. There are a lot of people, maybe it's a little smelly because there are so many people, and it's pretty slow too. And when the driver saw Abdu'l-Baha getting aboard the coach, he was like, "Surely your excellency would prefer to ride in a private carriage, because you know Abdu'l-Baha was a noble man, he was well known. Surely he could afford something better." And all Abdu'l-Baha said was no. And then he goes on the journey from Haifa to Akka. And when he's getting out of the coach at Haifa, a fisherwoman comes up to him and tells him, "Abdu'l-Baha, all day I have been fishing. All day, and I have caught nothing. Please, I have nothing to take home to my family. Please help me." And Abdu'l-Baha gave her some money. And he turned to the coach driver and said, "How can I ride in luxury? How can I ride in something so nice when there's so many people starving?" And this is how Abdu'l-Baha demonstrated justice. He knew he could have had something better for himself, but it wasn't fair to have that when so many people around him were unable to afford even food to eat. Right? One of their basic rights. All right, guys, thank you for listening to my story. I hope you have a wonderful week.
For today's art, we recommend that you print out the coloring sheet and color the picture about justice. See you next time!